And on her knees trying to get the ball out. It's going to be hard. There is a hard tackle out front from Martin towards the middle of the field. Perry couldn't quite get it. Bit of a foot race here now. Salisbury, the ball does take a kind bounce. And Paige Allen was involved, but nicely taken again by O'Day. The kick is going to go through for a goal. Going to get this in front of goal. It's not going to have the distance, but that one is.
Yes, hello and welcome to Salisbury Oval for this National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's game, round 6, Salisbury versus Adelaide University. And my name's Eddie Dadds, and I'm joined here by Emma McPherson.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
A bit chilly out there, but the oval is in beautiful nick. The lights are looking strong, and I think we're in for a pretty good clash tonight. This is equal second on the ladder, taking on each other. Uni is second, Salisbury a third, just on percentage. Uni come off a pretty strong win last week against Morphettville Park, and I believe Salisbury went down last week to
Smosh.
To Smosh, who are leading the league, and I think almost undefeated. So yeah, this shapes to be a very good clash. We've got SNFLW players and AFL players left, right and centre. Emma, do you want to run me through the SNFL players for Salisbury?
Yeah, so I guess the sample players that we have come from a couple of different clubs. So we've got a fair few that have come from Central District, played in the inaugural team out there at Centrals. So I guess a key one to note would be Demi Sonneman, who won the Best and Fairest, which is very exciting. So congratulations, Demi, if you listen back to this. And her sister, Jamie Lee, for us, will be playing generally in the ruck. Uses her body really well and just becomes a really good competitor, but is the nicest person off the field. So it's crazy.
White line fever.
Exactly. But we have a great mix of age as well. So Latia Wynn, Aisha Thomas, two of our younger ones that come through that also played out at Centrals this year, along with Madison Lane. The three of them, they played, well, they're still young enough to play under 18s if we had an 18s team, but also Maddie Lane played in the under 16 state team.
Wow. So
that's how young she is. Then we also have, Jess Eichner and Paige Allen that have come across from North Adelaide. And Kaylee Pearson, who's playing her first year out here, who plays at Norwood, is coming back from an ACL injury.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Talent everywhere for Salisbury. And I guess for Uni, the two key players to look out for are the co-captains, Nadia Von Berto, number 18, who was captain of the SNFL Team of the Year and leading goal kicker, I believe. No, sorry, Kelly Bartrip, the other co-captain for Uni, was the leading goal kicker for the SNFLW, and both of those two made the Team of the Year. And I think most of Uni's team is made up of North Adelaide girls, Woodville West Torrens girls, and Norwood girls. So you've got the likes of Stephanie Walker, who played out the Eagles, Nicole Colley, who played at North Adelaide, Cassie Sumbris at Norwood. They're all the key players to look out for. I think, as far as I can see, Rebecca Owen, number 17, she comes in for her first game of the year. And yeah, as I said, Uni came off a very strong, commanding, I think, 12-goal win over Morphe's last week. Matilda Zander, number 53, who was their Best and Fairest winner last year, she was best on ground in her second game back for the year. And Gigi Dadds, number 36, was second best on ground. She's had a really good start to the year for Uni. So the girls are just shaping up. We're about probably 3 or 4 minutes away from play. You can see Von Berto there on the screen holding the football. What's Salisbury's form been like this year, Emma?
Yeah, it's been an interesting season because of the fact, with the Sandful season finishing so close to the start of the Adelaide Footy League season, you never really know what you're going to get in terms of, because the team hasn't trained together, but we have a really young team, and so that, I guess, the inexperience of the playing group leads to a little bit of the unknown, but they've actually really surprised me, and they've done really well. And last week was probably a bit of a wake-up call. Smosh played really well last week, and to be back on there's our lovely siren.
Yeah, right.
This is the perils of being next to a train station.
True.
As to why we have that, in case anyone was wondering at home. So the team has done really well to have come together. As I said, we had a lot of girls from Central, so they didn't play finals as such, which meant we had a lot of them come earlier, whereas there have been a lot of other teams across the league that have really been affected by Sandful finals. But other than that, the team's been going really well, and it's looking to be an exciting season. Yeah,
that's great. Same goes for Uni from the games I've watched so far. They've did have a lot of ins over the last 2 weeks, with a lot of their North Adelaide girls in particular coming back, because North made the grand final and Norwood made the preliminary final, so there are a lot of girls involved in that. And they seem to be building into it really nicely, Uni. They got done by Mount Lofty by a point a couple of weeks ago, up in a bit of a wet day up on that slanted oval up at Mount Lofty, and that was, again, like you say, a bit of a wake-up call, I think. The league is particularly strong this year. There are no easy beats. Christie's Beach have got a lot of South Adelaide players to come back in, so they're going to get a lot stronger than what they currently are. And the league is wide open, I think. Salisbury obviously won the grand final last year. I should mention this is a grand final rematch. Did you play in that game last year?
I actually haven't played since 2016.
Okay.
I had a lovely ankle injury that's kept me out of the game for a while, and now I'm growing a human currently, so looking to return hopefully next year.
Fantastic.
But speaking of sample grand final, though, I forgot to mention earlier, Brooklyn Craft for us is another young one who is only just old enough to not qualify for 16s finals. So she actually played for South Adelaide, but has moved down further this way. Was playing played her first game for us last week against Smosh. But she's just a young talent, but her height is something that I think once she grows into her body and grows into her height, she's
number 5. You can see on the screen there.
Correct, yes. She's going to
Very
become
long.
a weapon. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
wow.
very exciting to have her.
So she's only 16 or 17, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. She's going to be quite the talent.
Yeah, and played, I think it was 5 games or something along those lines for South Adelaide. Played in the grand final, so pretty exciting for her.
So the captains have just tossed the coin. Uni won the toss, Von Berto and Bartrip there, and Uni will be kicked to the left of your screen to start the game. Absolutely gorgeous deck out here at Salisbury. I was watching the Bees game before, and the ball, it's that much of a carpet, the ball kind of bounces around left, right and centre. So it's quite a hard deck, but in really, really good shape, particularly for this time of year. It's got to be one of the better looking grounds in the amateur league, I think.
A blessing and a curse having a cricket club. That's a high-level cricket club in the Northern District Cricket.
Yeah, Northern
their name.
Yeah, you were spot on.
Baby brain. But yeah, so having them involved means that obviously we have a great oval, but we've had a lot of games this year where we play all of our games at home. So the C grade men, B grade men, A grade men, B grade women, A grade women.
Yeah.
And for the oval to still be in this condition is a true testament to the way the council has looked after it. So thank you to Salisbury Council for what you do for us.
Absolutely. I think this is probably up there with Uni's oval, I would say, in terms of best ovals gone around.
Yeah, in terms of the cricket pitch, I'm actually quite surprised that it's still in the
yeah.
the way it is at the moment. But
yeah, just watch out for that. The hard cricket pitch in the middle of the ground, as you say, a blessing and a curse.
yeah,
The
it
cricket
becomes
club.
a bit of a slosh towards the second half of the season, so we'll see how it holds up.
So players just moving out to their positions now. Got Dads and Carver starting on the bench for Uni, and Salisbury players are just moving out there at the moment. McKay will start in the ruck for University on the right there. She's had a cracking start to the year. Played out at Woodville West Torrens as well. She doesn't lose many taps, and she tends to thump it forward, which is good for the likes of Steph Walker. You can see there, and Matilda Zander, number 53.
As expected, Jamie Lee Soderman in the ruck for Salisbury.
Got the long sleeves, I like that.
Yep.
It's definitely the night for
Her
it.
trademark.
And we're ready to go. Round 6 underway for the Women's Football League. McKay thumps it forward. Zander chasing after it. Eventually gets a handle on it. Handball out towards Walker. Walker gets on the boot. Chisels it inside. And Bartrip takes the first mark of the game. And she has this distance in her comfortably, I would say. She's about 40 metres out on a slight angle. And judging from what I've seen from her so far this year, she will be able to put this through just about post high.
She's about to make the comment of, oh, good hands, and then you see it's KB and you go, it's expected.
Exactly. Lovely little kick there from Steph Walker too, and a good chase down of the ruck hit out by Matilda Zander. In comes Bartrip. She's got a lovely technique. Sinks the shoe through it. And as expected, gets the distance quite comfortably. Good shepherd on the line, and there's the first goal of the game for Adelaide University, 45 seconds into the match. Just nice and easy. Doesn't try and overkick it. Beautiful ball drop. And straight through the middle. Great start from Uni.
So the pace that it came out of the middle then, I think, once again, will probably be a wake-up call if we don't pick up in terms of, I guess, watching as they come out of the middle is where it affected us last week as well. So our midfielders, they've got some pace behind them, but they just need to watch it, I guess.
Uni tend to go with a lot of different.
Simple.
Uni go with a lot of different centre square setups too, but this is their kind of standard: McKay, Walker, Zander, and that looks like Von Berto at the back there, actually. That's better centre clearance work from Salisbury.
Amber James coming from a week off.
Hustled forward, good contest at half forward for Salisbury. Hurried onto the boot. Sumbris comes over the back, unlucky not to be in the back there. Xander gets the handball out. Spills out. Salisbury go forward. Deep in defence for Adelaide Uni, and I think they're going to hold it up for a ball up there.
So the drop mark was Georgia Mee, who's having her first season out here playing footy. So first season ever of playing football has come across from basketball and has been consistent in the A grade.
Ball's bobbling around in there. I think we're going to get another stoppage. It's interesting that McKay's pushed right down deep in defence to ruck for this clearance. Again, she thumps it forward. Good handball out. Von Berto didn't quite stick the tackle that she needed to. Kick forward by Murphy. On the left foot there, Madison Lane straightens up. Madison Lane has a crack. Kicks it straight through, well played. Didn't hurry herself.
No, she's, I guess, also, I mentioned earlier that she was the captain of the under-16 state team, but she also played the week earlier for the under-18 state team as well.
Wow.
So it's had a big year for Maddie.
Just composure. I think that comes from playing at a higher level. Just knew that she had more time. Didn't try and rush onto the left foot. Took her time, straightened up, and put it through. Nice play from Salisbury and good hit back. Free-flowing start to the game. 2 scores. You can see both these teams at 3-1 going into this game, so this is a crucial matchup. Grand final rematch from 2018. So McKay and Sommerman again in the middle. Sommerman pushes McKay out. You don't see that very often. Gets a good kick forward. And that's a strong tackle. That was laid by Van Reel. Comes out to Walker. Walker's got a lovely kick. Just measures herself. Dobs it forward. That's Blandon out in the lead. Gives it back to Walker. Walker snaps forward. Numbers for Uni here. Bartrip's in good position. Joe Hill over there as well. This comes back towards Walker again, her third possession in this chain. Dobs it forward to Hill, and Hill can have a shot on goal. Her set shot kicking let her down a little bit last week. She should be looking to pass this off, and she does. Looks inside, just over the head of Blandon, but Blandon's going to run onto it. Blandon soccers off the deck. Blandon kicks a goal. Excellent work, Amy Blandon. Her first year at the Blacks. She's had a cracking start to the year. I think, off the top of my head, she'd have to be Uni's leading goal kicker.
First year of footy, I guess, if you're in that position and you can soccer it, a lot of first year players will generally panic and whatnot, but she looked fairly composed. But Joe Hill, gosh, she's good.
Oh, I was talking about this last week. I literally cannot believe that she's 44, 45 years of age.
Oh, she's going to be playing until the end of time. She's
ageless.
an incredible human.
She moves, she's so agile, she's excellent overhead, and that was a smart kick in the end. As I say, last week her set shot kicking let her down. So back in the middle, Uni up by 6 points. Goals everywhere to start this game. It's bobbling around in the middle. Walker's got it. She's in a bit of trouble here, I think. She's dived on top of this. And the umpires paid it. And it was there. So Sommerman with the free kick. She looks out to the far side. Bit of a contest out there. Comes to the front of the contest. Von Berto had hands to it. Falls into the back. No free kick, play on. Salisbury got numbers everywhere. Rushed forward. McKay wanted to come through strong. Did. Xander, look at her legs go. She is pacey as. Just keeps it in front of herself. Bartrip turns out wide, turns to Walker. Someone's got a man up on Walker. Walker's had about 15 touches. Goes forward again, looking for Hill. Hill caught behind. Still ends up with it. Kicks it back towards Walker. Looks like Pengelly over there as well. Taylor Hand gives the handball back to Walker on her left. Spills around. Greer tries a kick. Bartrip ends up with it now, has a snap. And puts it out of bounds on the full.
So you can see on the screen there, Jess Eichner from North Adelaide, she's playing her first season out here. But her family is a long-standing Salisbury Football Club. Her brother's actually up on the wall in the club rooms from his time playing Sandful.
Fantastic.
And AFL and whatnot. So it's great to see her playing her first game tonight in the black and white.
Excellent. First game in the black and white.
Correct.
Unreal. I'd hazard a guess that the Salisbury coaching staff are having a chat about what to do about Steph Walker. It's just, someone's got to get on her. Eichner goes forward. Good grab. That looks like it is
Shannon
Murphy out there again.
The highlight reel herself.
Keeps it down the line, bobbling around. Does spill out eventually Salisbury's way. I think we're going to get a boundary throw in. No, it's stayed in somehow. Hacked forward again. Strong mark out there. Looks like Sumbris maybe out there. Looks inside towards Walker. Just goes over her head. Salisbury have got numbers out wide if they can get it there. They can't quite. Walker tracks it back again. Looks inside. Through hand, I think. Uni go forward again. And strong grab.
That's Demi Sonderman, as I mentioned earlier, the best and fairest for Central District in their inaugural year.
She goes down the line. Strong contest. I think that's Taylor Hand. Beg my pardon, that's Rebecca Owen. It's been in everything early in her first game.
Richard, do I have to tell Shirley to push up? Okay.
Hacked forward again, comes towards, looks like Falkenberg out there for Uni. Collie lays a tackle. And I think we'll get a stoppage at half forward for University. A little bit scrappy the last 2 minutes, but it's been a cracking start to this game. So McKay in the ruck. Hack towards Salisbury's half forward line. Oh, well played, Cassie Sumbris. Just hesitated, and that is a gorgeous kick out towards Tiller. Tiller coming forward, had a best game of the season last year on the left foot. Towards Hill. Hill uses the body, one of the things she does best. And lays the tackle, and that has to be holding the ball. And Joe Hill's going to get a shot on goal from about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Good pressure. She just moves so well.
She's just a quality human, so the ball just wants to be near her.
Looks forward towards Bartrip, and that's a smart option.
Just ever the team player, Joe.
So Kelly Bartrip will line up for her second goal, 10 minutes into the first quarter. She's about 35 metres out, probably just on a slightly tougher angle than a 45-degree. I'm not a mathematician, I can't quite get the protractor out to tell you the exact angle. There you can have a good look at it there. Good camera angle. Kelly Bartrip comes in. Simple, easy action, watches her ball onto the foot, and bang. That is too good from Kelly Bartrip. 2 brilliant goals. No.
Touched on the line.
Play on.
In.
Wow, there you go. Thought for all money that had gone through. Remarkable. So, throw in Uni's right forward pocket. Didn't have the distance. I thought she had that quite comfortably.
Either way, good kick.
Good kick. It was online. That's the main thing. Bit of a scramble. Comes out towards, that was Kimberly Fry.
She's had an awesome season out at Centrals this year.
Yeah, lovely to see Centrals in the SANFLW for their first season. One of the pillar clubs of the SANFL. Hacked forward. Paxton Matner tracks it for Uni. She's only 18, having a great season, consistently playing A grade. Comes towards the middle, and Sumbris reads it best. And she has one of the best kicking styles you will see. Comes out wide looking for Collie. Collie can't quite hang on to it. Salisbury's got the numbers, and I reckon they'll be able to clear it here.
If Paige gets the space and gets onto a run, she's got the speed behind her.
Taps it forward. Dads turns inside. Looks towards, that was Greer. No, that's not Greer. That's Alex Fittrich. Goes forward. And she's found Rebecca Owen, who's been in everything early in her first game. She looks for Bartrip again. Not quite the best kick. Bartrip turns and snaps. It's bouncing towards Sommerman. She hacks it forward again for Salisbury. Owen, oh, nice step inside. Gives the handball to no one in particular. Dads tracks it. Maybe unlucky not to get a free kick. Play on though. Oh, the one-handed mark from Sarah Carver. Just stuck the mid at it, and the ball stuck. Not the best kick though. Needed to take a bit more time there. Still a chance for Uni. Still a chance. Tiller's tracking it. Sommerman, again, in everything. And that's a nice mark going back with the flight.
Yeah, Aisha Thomas, another young one.
Thomas kicks out in the Sumbris direction.
Rosenswag, she's got a great leg on her.
Yeah, that's
She
gone.
gets behind it.
It's gone 45 minutes, and there's numbers. Here we got Paige Allen tracking it.
Once
Couldn't
again,
quite
if
pick
she
it up.
gets the run.
She's got the fumbles. It's too cold out there. Needs the hand warmers. Gives the handball inside. Colley's tracking it. Sorry, that's Carver. And she's been done for holding the ball. A little bit stiff. Did have time to pick it up and just fumbled, and that's the lesson for your kids. Pick it up.
Michaela Wright to take the kick.
Wright sticks it forward. Matner underneath it. Well read. She comes out wide. And that's Taylor rebounding. Got the white headband in tonight, Taylor. Oh, over the head. Looks like got Fittridge out there chasing it for Uni, along with Greer, and we'll get a throw in.
Good defensive pressure from Demi Sonneman. She's always really strong back there, and she's really reliable.
Sonnemans have had a good start. Sonnemans, sorry, have had a good start to the game.
They always do.
So Bland into the ruck for Uni. She's up against, that looks like Georgia Mee. Mee gives it out. That's towards
Madison Lane.
Madison Lane. Inside 50, but Taylor reads it best off the boot. She's looking inside. Risky kick. It will work though. Handball out to Carver. Big last 2 minutes for Sarah Carver. She comes looking for Walker. Walker attacks it nicely, but then overruns it. She's going to be in trouble if she doesn't get rid of this. Nope, she's all right. Did enough to stand up. So this is Uni's kind of second fiddle midfield unit. Pengelly with the long sleeves, the grey long sleeves. Interesting look. Xander to centre half forward for Uni, but no one there.
As expected, Sonneman with the mark.
Jeez. Feels like there's about 5 of them out there.
Out to Kimmy Fry. Her and Demi have worked really well together in defence for Centrals.
And she puts her foot through it again. That's an excellent kick. Well read front and centre. Tiller spins out of trouble, puts it on the left foot, and Von Berto's got a bit of time out here. And if you want to see a nice kick of the football, Nadia Von Berto is a beautiful kick. Just misses Bartrup on this occasion though. Bartrup does well to keep it in front. Soccer's off the ground. She's got a bit of time. Turns back inside on the trusty right foot. Looks deep. And Dabs is outmarked comfortably by Claire Berry there. Well read by Berry.
Very well read. She's one of those types of players that if she can get her eye behind the ball, she
Good
can
mark
really
by
use her skills. Brooklyn Craft, coming from South Adelaide, the one we spoke about earlier.
She's got all the physical attributes to be an excellent football player.
Yeah, really looking forward to getting a couple of years of footy into her and what she will become.
And that's a nice mark there from Sonneman again. Jamie Lee this time. She goes to centre half forward for Salisbury. And strong mark, very strong mark there from Rosenweig. On the Crows list.
Was on the Crows
Was
list,
on the
correct,
Crows
yes.
list.
Has been playing NT Thunder for the past couple of weeks, but is now back with us, thankfully.
Yes, it's a pretty handy addition.
Yes, no, she asked to come back and play to find her passion for football again, and hoping that she's able to do that by playing with people that she loves and the game that she loves and feeling in a well-supported environment.
Great to hear.
Yeah.
So Taylor rushed it through and she takes the kick out. She's got a lot of space. Takes a bounce. Could have had another one. Instead goes out wide. Looks like Greer out there. No, that's Falkenberg. Falkenberg gives it towards Tiller. Tiller had an excellent game last week, as I keep saying. She comes inside to Von Berto. Von Berto tries to keep it in front, but can't. Uni have the numbers, but they've kind of mucked this up a little bit in the centre of the ground. Could have done a bit better. Hoof forward by Salisbury. Blandon tracks it for Uni. Bit of a scramble, that centre half forward. Comes out to Fittridge. Fittridge forward looking for, can't quite see who that is out there. Oh, that's Xander. And we'll get a ball up. Salisbury have done really well to kind of stem the flow a little bit. I thought when Uni kicked that second goal, and then Bartrup had that other shot on goal, that was potentially a little bit of a run on for Uni, but they've done really well to hold this up, Salisbury.
It's taken a while to wake up.
It is very cold out there. You're playing at home. I'm not surprised it took a little while to warm up. Here we go. Here's a chance. Rosenweig again. Turns. Tries to beat one. Can't. Should have been holding the ball and is. Just had to take the first option there, I think. And that's Tilly Van Riel with the kick for Uni. She looks for Von Berto, off hands. Snapped back forward again by Salisbury.
Oh, once again, Paige, we need you in the space.
Yeah,
You're so fast.
She just can't. I think her arms are just a bit frozen. She can't quite pick it up. 2 blocks of ice on the end of her arms. Oh, here we go. Salisbury, chance. Chance indeed. Oh, and just knocked through. That was a very good effort out there by Claudia Cavallero. Very nearly floated through. Have a look at this on the tight angle. This was going through if Blandon didn't get a hand on it. Oh, just knocked through.
Unlucky Cav, she's a speedy little one, so she doesn't quite have the height behind her, but she makes it up for pace.
Yeah, she's quick as there. So Taylor clears for Uni again, and we're going to get a stoppage. Salisbury have got all the play. They need to make Uni pay on the scoreboard. I think they need a goal here as a reward for their hard work. Sonneman knocks it forward, only as far as Van Riel, that looks like. Or maybe that was Tiller. She gets it on the left foot. Bomberto tracking it back. Uni are on if she can get it, but she can't. Nice handball over the top. And it hacked forward by Shannon Murphy. Nice kick and good mark.
Georgia Mee in her first season.
Georgia Mee, first season of footy ever, did you say?
As far as I know.
That's amazing.
Yep, came out to pre-season not knowing too much and has just really taken it in her grasp, and she's just taken it and run with it.
We'll see what she can do here with this set shot. 25 out straight in front, shouldn't be an issue. Doesn't quite have the distance. Scramble on the line. Uni need to rush it, and they can't. Now, what's the rule here? I always get confused. Are you able to knock it through on the full, or do you have to? I never know. Oh, Sonneman! No. She's got it. Scramble of legs.
Called it touched, I think.
I think the goal umpire looks like he's called it a goal. The field umpire looks like he's called it touch. They're having a discussion. And he's paid it a goal. You have to go with the goal umpire there. He was right there. Whew. He was pretty certain straight away.
Tsumbris is limping. I hope it's not the ankle that she's done previously.
I think she just got an inadvertent kick there from Sonneman on the way through. Smart play, Jamie Lee Sonneman. She kicks her first for the night. Salisbury are back 1 point down. See Dad's there on picture. She's had a great start to the year. In the best 3 times. Had her first year out at Woodville West Torrens this year as well. Did very well. Going on exchange in 2 weeks, so Uni will miss her for the rest of the season, unfortunately. Blandon in the ruck. Sonneman tracks it back again. She's having a huge quarter. Nice tackle from Uni. Walker coming through. They've figured out a way to stop Walker. She's barely touched it in the last couple of minutes. That was crucial. Oh, well played. Who's that? That's Macalino, who kicked 3 on debut for Uni last week. Nice kick off the deck. And I don't think we're going to see another score as the air raid siren interrupts me.
It's a horrible siren. But it's our home siren, so I love it.
I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. And we're back at Salisbury Oval for the second quarter of this clash, round 6, National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's. Grand final rematch, Adelaide Uni v Salisbury. And it was a free-flowing start to the quarter, and then we got bogged down a little bit through the middle. But Salisbury hit back late. As we were saying, they needed to get a goal out of all those forward entries, and eventually they did through Jamie Lee Sonneman. Lovely little kick off the ground. A little bit controversial as to whether it was touched or not, but the goal umpire was in good position and called it, and I'm glad he went with his decision. So the score is Uni of 13, Salisbury of 12. Uni coach Mark Moody quite animated there. Doesn't look too happy with what's going on.
Good to see some animation.
Yeah, I
Some
like
expression.
that. Not so much coming from the girls themselves, but Moods is definitely showing a little bit. Not happy with something. See if this can fire Uni up going into the second quarter. If you're just joining us, this is second v third on the ladder. Uni second v Salisbury third. Salisbury, I think they both have just lost the one game for the season so far. Salisbury dropped one to Smosh last week. Uni dropped one to Mount Lofty a couple of weekends ago by a point. So these are the two of the premier teams in this competition, and they showed it. So they showed why in that first quarter. There was a lot of free-flowing footy. We've got a long goal from Nadia von Berto started us off. Really classy finish from Madison Lane. Sorry, Georgia Mee got the first goal for Salisbury.
Maddie Lane.
Maddie Lane got the first goal for Salisbury. And for those of you at home watching this on the couch, it's probably a better position to be than here. It's very, very cold. It is freezing.
Let's just say, at least we're sitting here rugged up. The players, I feel for them.
Yeah.
There's a few long sleeves out tonight, but I think the players are doing quite well considering. And there's a bit of mist coming through, so hopefully that won't affect the vision as such too much. But
just what you need when it's cold is a bit of mist.
Wouldn't want to get hit in the face tonight. Know that much.
So we're ready to go again here. McKay in the ruck for Uni. Jamie Lee Sonneman in the ruck for Salisbury. Here we go, second quarter underway. Sonneman tries to use her body against McKay, does well. McKay wins it down, but it's hacked forward. Bittridge coming out for Uni. Sorry, that's Tilly Van Riel, lays a good tackle. Macalino falls in the back, and it's been paid. That's going
Free
to
kick to Latia
Hun.
Another young, Tia Win, yep.
Quinn.
Another young gun. You watch those green boots because they move pretty fast.
You'd want to move fast with green boots. Sumbras there with the orange boots too. Bit of flair. So Sumbras will have the kick. She was a little bit sore at the end of that first quarter, but she seems to have shaken that off. Just looking in board, nothing really there. Von Berto leads up at her, ignores that, goes down the line, smart kick. Walker didn't quite know where the ball was.
Unlucky bounce.
Yeah, she waves a little bit of a sorry to Cassie Sumbras.
Kaylee Pearson with the kick in.
Uni not standing the mark, not switched on enough. Pearson goes inside 50 for Salisbury. Big grab from Xander. She plays a lot taller than she is, and she is quick as. She takes off, goes out wide. Going to be a contest here. Macalino can't quite take it. Lays a strong tackle. Sorry, that was Ellen D'Alessandro that couldn't quite take it. Pengeli handballs to herself. Could have been holding the ball, lucky not to. Scrambled. Good tackle from Latia Huynh. Von Berto trying to claim the free kick. Veteran move. And the umpire was having none of it. Nice try, Nadia. Sonneman knocks it forward, and that's where Salisbury have the numbers. Although Xander comes through like a freight train. Jeez. And unfortunately going to get done holding the ball. Gee, she was coming through quick, Xander. That was right in front of our broadcast position, and she came out of nowhere.
Good tackle by Shaylee O'Brien, coming off of her central season as well.
O'Brien kicks down the line. And off hands, out of play. That was Kaylee Pearson, couldn't quite complete the mark. And Nadia von Berto did just enough to see it over the line. So we'll see it throw in, centre wing. Just the start of the second quarter, 2 minutes in. McKay and Sonneman in the ruck. McKay wins it down to Xander. Xander forward, looking for Pengeli. Pengeli out-muscled. Nice kick on the left. McKay sits underneath it. Couldn't quite hang on. Kicked forward by, was that Eichner?
O'Brien.
O'Brien. And here comes Madison. Lane again, straightens up, has a crack, and just puts it to the right. She's got a good knack of being able to straighten up despite running to her left, Maddie Lane.
I'm just impressed with her composure tonight. Not to say that she doesn't normally, but
No.
yeah, she's playing really well, knowing that this is her second game playing in the senior women's competition out here, coming from the Barosalo Gawler League.
Here we go. Sumbris missed the kick in. There's a chance for Salisbury, but it was a good tackle. Snap on the right foot from Rosenweig.
Rosie loves a snap.
And she's put it through. Just all class there from Rosenweig. Oh, how's that for a celebration? Must see a replay of that. That's brilliant. Oh, just nice pick up off the ground. Snap on the right foot, got all of it. And wasn't she happy about it?
She's got great goal awareness.
She does. Just turned her opponent nicely. No one in the goal square for Uni, and it bounced through. That put Salisbury in front, 3 straight goals. Didn't quite get a replay of that celebration. We'll have to save that for later. That was brilliant. The old Irish heel click, look like. So ball back to the middle. Salisbury leading by 5 points. McKay and Sonneman go at it again. That's going to be a good battle. Down to Walker. Walker wrapped up straight away, and we'll get another ball up. Lovely tap from McKay there. She does like to. Would like to see a bit more variety from her. She does tend to just whack it forward without a whole heap of care, but it does work out for her this time. Walker coming through on the boot from Greer. I think that was out there. Oh, Baltrip comes through hard. Can't quite hang on to it. Pengelly with the handball out to Xander. Xander on the right foot. This is going to go close. Hill in the goal square. Can't hang on.
It's a great spoil by Agner.
And we've got a free kick from somebody. Oh, here we go. Here's the celebration. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh my God. I love that. More of that, please. Rosenweig. Excellent. Salisbury are trying to clear, but we look like we'll get a stoppage about 50 metres out on the far wing for Adelaide University. Great start to this quarter. Free flowing end to end. So McKay and Sonneman in the ruck again. McKay, good position from Walker on the fly. Steph Walker on the right foot looking for Joe Hill. Joe Hill bodies out. Numbers for Uni if they can. Joe Hill off the deck. She's kicked it. Oh, footy smarts from the basketballer. Wouldn't you know it? It's funny how elite athletes just seem to be able to play whatever sport they put their mind to.
Got that now. Just devastated that we have an injury to Kirsty Williams for us this year, because this week. She was playing alongside Joe Hill at North Adelaide Rockets for many, many years, and they're great friends. And it would have been a great battle. So unfortunately, Kirsty's not playing tonight, but has a lot of respect for Joe, as does everyone. So.
It's impossible not to. Joe Hill was one of the great human beings. Played basketball for Australia, football for Norwood, for Norwood. Football for Norwood, basketball for North Adelaide Rockets. She can do it all, Joe Hill, and she's mid-40s. Oh my God. So back to the middle. Salisbury up by 3 points, 21-18. Handball out, well sharked by Pengelly, and she gives it forward to D'Alessandro. Puts on the boot. Blandon comes out. Could have gone a little bit quicker through that, I think, Amy Blandon. Salisbury going to win out of their half back line. Well, that's a risky kick. Xander goes back with the flight. Can't hang on. Taylor Hand uses her body well. Drops the ball, and that's a free kick for holding the ball.
Another tackle with Shaylee O'Brien.
She's done well, O'Brien. Nice kick. Couldn't quite complete it. That was Rosenweig again out there. Keeps in front of herself, though, and she wins it.
Kept it in.
She's putting on a clinic in this second quarter. Ooh. And I think we'll get a ball up on the far wing as a train comes steaming past. Paxton Matner involved for Uni.
O'Brien once again in there.
Yep. McKay and Sonneman. McKay, I like that better from McKay, hitting it check side rather than thumping forward. And Von Berto takes the advantage. Looks forward, numbers for Uni. Baltrip's got it 45 out. Dads is in a heap of space. Baltrip kicks it out towards her. Dads could have played on, goes back off the mark. She's about 30 metres out, not looking confident. Looks for Hill, and that's a nice kick from Gigi Dads to Joe Hill. Smart football from Uni. Kicking is probably her area to improve on, Gigi. And that was a smart kick, looking for leading the lead of Joe Hill. So Hill comes in for a second in the last 3 minutes. On the left, lovely kick. Oh, no, it wasn't. Just away to the right. Look good off the boot.
So, Joe can do no wrong in our
No,
eyes, so
no,
it was a
exactly.
lovely kick.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it was a goal. That is probably, if I'm going to be really mean to Joe Hill, probably her one weakness is her set shot kicking.
Everyone's got to have one weakness.
She has to have one, exactly. Jeez,
Kick out by Laura Miller.
Raking kick from Miller. And a strong mark taken out there by Claire Berry. Smothered off the boots. No, it wasn't smothered off the boot.
Intercept.
That's Rebecca Owen there. Had a great first quarter. What can
Great
she do
season at
here?
Westies.
Westies, yep. She goes to about 35 metres out. Joe Hill has a leap. And I think she's going to get a free for a push out here. She put a little bit of mayo on that, I reckon. I don't reckon the push was as strong as Joe made it out to be. But she gets a chance to make amends for that earlier miss. And knowing Joe Hill, she would have learnt from... Let's have a look on the replay here. Did she get a push? Ooh, I don't know about that.
It's Joe. There was a bit of contact. She wouldn't.
Not entirely sure what happened there, but it ends up with Pengelly having a shot at goal and she just misses. So I think Joe Hill's a little bit down on confidence with that set shot goal kicking.
No, she's just a team player, the ultimate team player.
Really pumping her tyres up.
I'm a number one fan, can you tell?
You're number one, I think I'm number two. Oh, strong mark from Fittridge. Looks inside. Numbers for Uni in the goal square. I think that's Hill on the bottom of the pack. Bartrip trying to extract it, but can't. It was Hill on the bottom of the pack. I think she had a little bit more time there, Fittridge. Could have just straightened up and hit someone inside. So Bartrip and Sonneman in the goal square, rucking. Snap by Macalino. Not gonna score. Joe Hill puts out the one hand. Still in play. Still in play. Tiller on the left. Play on still. Kick wasn't 15. Players don't know it. That's a nice kick out of defence. Didn't quite see who that was for
Demi
Salisbury.
Sonneman onto Kimmy Fry.
Demi Sonneman to Kimmy Fry. Composure from Sonneman. And a strong mark out there by Paige Allen. She couldn't pick up the ball in the first quarter, but if that's anything to go by, she had to put her hands under the hot water tap for a little while.
Now I just want to see her to get a bit of run.
Yeah.
She has some pace behind her, she does.
She had several chances in that first quarter. Couldn't quite pick up the ball. Ball's scrambling around. Van Riel gives a handball. Looks like Tiller chasing it for Uni. Sonneman with the big don't argue. Woohoo! Excellent. With her offhand.
Paige got a little bit of a run there.
Yeah, picked it up a little bit cleaner there. Ooh, thumped forward. I didn't see who that was, but they got a fair piece of it. Tiller gives a handball back. That's Falkenberg on the right. No one home, and Sonneman takes a relieving mark. Geez, I wouldn't mind seeing that don't argue again. It was vicious. Interesting kicking style, but she gets a bit on it. Out to the far wing. McKay spills. Ruckman to Ruckman. And McKay, I think, was a little upset about the drop and gave away a needless free kick. She can do that sometimes, Taylor McKay.
Aisha Thomas with the kick.
Thomas down the line. And someone's getting a free kick for a push. Salisbury it is. No, Cassie Sumbris. Didn't quite see what happened there. Sumbris on that lovely right foot of hers, down the line. And that's a strong mark nearly by Bartrip going back with the flight. Just spilt it at the end. Unlucky not to be paid.
That's great hands between Sonneman and Sonneman.
Sonneman to Sonneman. I imagine they've got a decent connection there. Sumbris has an open player inside but chooses not to hit. I think that was Taylor Hand on the inside. She goes instead to Sarah Carver, the cricketer. Carver, whew, thumps that. Works out, ill-advised play on, I think, there. And Uni have got themselves into a little bit of trouble. Although Carver, straight back to Carver, back where we started. So what does she do here? Gets a little underneath it to about half forward for Adelaide Uni. Fittridge didn't have it and she'll get a free kick. Just a little overzealous with the tackle. Fittridge assesses her options. Goes to the right forward pocket. Uni have got 2-on-1 and Steph Walker takes a strong mark. She's a goal-kicking midfielder, Steph Walker. She'd kicked 7 goals before last week. Didn't kick one last week. She passes off. And a nice kick. That looks like Jess Macalino, who kicked 3 for Uni in her first game last week. Been out at Norwood in the SNFLW. A great addition to this Uni side. She wastes no time, comes in, and a little bit of a shank. Probably could have done a little bit better.
Commentator's curse.
Yep. So there we look. Fittridge kicking in board, and a strong mark from Walker. She is tough as they come, Stephanie Walker. Spent a year on GWS's list. Now she's back playing for Uni. Seems to be having a great time. So numbers for Salisbury at this contest. Comes over the back. McKay, little snap forward to Walker. Walker protects the space nicely and plays on. She's on the boundary. Can she kick the goal from there? She's had a good crack. And she's kicked it, Stephanie Walker. Heads up play from Steph Walker. Protected the space, took the mark, played on, and threaded the needle from the boundary. I'm looking forward to seeing this on the replay. Look at her go. Just got a little left to right work on the ball, and it didn't even look like missing. Excellent.
Big oval at Salisbury Oval, so the pockets would have been...
Here we go, there's the angle.
deep.
Oh, that is an excellent kick from Stephanie Walker. Wow, she's a gun. Pretty happy with herself too, doesn't mind a goal.
Kick one like that as she should be.
Absolutely. I'm just hanging out for more of that heel clicking celebration, actually, from Rosenweig. So McKay and Sonneman, they're body on body in the centre.
Picked up by Maddie Lane.
Oh no,
Maddie
she's
Lane,
gone the wrong way.
Turn around.
Oh no, she dropped it. Maddie Lane had all the pace going for it. Oh. That is a fortunate free kick if ever I've seen one. She's going to get one for high. Oh, wow. Good communication in the end from Salisbury to tell her that she was going the wrong way. Again, she goes out to the far way. We're not getting a lot of play on the near wing here, are we? Nice strong mark from Demi Sonneman there. She goes forward, looking for... Is that Rosenweig out there? I think it might be. She wastes no time, thumps it forward. Numbers for Uni, but it does spill forward. And Salisbury got a spare in the goal square if they can get it there. They can't. It's well locked up by, I think that was Nicole Colley laying the tackle. So about 45 metres out from Salisbury's goal. Uni kick the last 2. Be good for Salisbury to get one back here. Tiller off the deck, hits it nicely. A lot of backspin on that ball. Xander reads it well. Comes out to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro, not sure where she was kicking that, but it works in the end to Blandon. Though Blandon's out-bodied. That was well done by Kimberly Fry. Blandon unlucky not to get a free kick, bundled off it. Salisbury got numbers at the fall of this. Oh, Book and Craft just couldn't quite take the mark. And a strong tackle, although it slipped a little bit high. That looks like Madison Lane there. Just slipped a little high in the tackle, and Fittridge will get the free kick. Had a good quarter, Alex Fittridge. Must be coming up to her 7th or 8th disposal, I think. Numbers down the line for Uni. Xander in box position. Thumps it forward. Baltrip hasn't had an impact this quarter. Handballed out wide. And we'll get a throw in. I think the leaders for Uni, Baltrip and Von Berto, could get in the game just a little bit more. What do we got going on here? It did look like a clean handball out from Salisbury, so I don't know what the umpires are discussing here. Yeah, they've decided that the last touch will go to Uni indeed, and I think that's the right call. It was a clean handball in the end. So this is Von Berto on cue with the ball. He's got a lovely right foot. Hoofs it down the line. T-Mac back with the flight. Oh, umpire. Has he paid it? He has. Thank God for that. That was a mark every day of the week. Very strong from McKay. She looks forward for Walker again, who's going back with the flight. Hill comes out. Taken without the ball. Could have got a free kick, but didn't. Needs to hold this in because Salisbury have the numbers. Steph Walker dives on it. Is she going to be pinged? Umpire's circling, and she is pinged. Have a look at that mark from Taylor McKay. Ooh, actually on replay, a bit lucky. Didn't hold it as long as I thought in real life. So Salisbury with the ball, bit of a mongrel kick forward. Bomberto sits underneath it. Nice tackle there from Ebony Tiller. So centre half forward for Uni. Umpire wastes no time in chucking it up, and I like that. It's one of my favourite things when umpires just throw it up straight away. And Fittridge again has got another free kick for high. Went in lower and harder. Not a lot of movement for Uni in their forward 50, and Salisbury have dropped numbers back. Oh, Tiller, interesting handball to Collie. Collie on the right foot, shanks it. Xander, sorry, not that was Macalino. Did she get a touch on that?
I think she got a hand to it before it rolled over.
She seems to think she didn't. She wanted to give it back to the Salisbury player, but the umpire let her off. And we'll get a throw in. High arcing throw in. Bartrip reads it off the pack. Bartrip on the boundary line, has a snap. Not a bad effort from there. Blandon chases it back for Uni. Tries to shrug a tackle, just gets boot to ball. That looks like it's Eichner there, out for Salisbury. What's going on out there? Must have been out of bounds. No, given holding the ball. Looked like she was just jogging along out of bounds. Can't quite work that out. So Matilda Xander's got it. I reckon she's about 45 metres out on a very tough angle. Is she lining up for goal? She might be. No, instead she puts it. No, it's not a good kick. And Jamie Lee Sonneman had her name written all over that from the moment it came off Xander's boot. Needed to go top of the square, that one. It's too wide. And Sonneman kicks to about 45 metres out from Uni. Fittridge again, been in everything. Almost double-digit possessions this quarter, I think. Tiller on that favoured left of hers, puts inside, lovely kick to Nadia von Berto. And she put one through from about 45 metres out last week, so I don't think there'll be any troubles with the distance here. The SANFL Team of the Year captain, Nadia von Berto, had an excellent year out at North Adelaide. Call her Noodle von Berto. So in she comes. Oh, whack! Huge kick, and just offline. No problem with the distance.
Not at all.
Really good composure from Tiller. Knew exactly where she was kicking that. Good lead from von Berto. Just couldn't quite finish the goal. That would have been almost a little bit of a backbreaker for Uni. No team's got out to more than a 1-goal lead so far this game. That would have put them up by 12. Couldn't quite put it through. 11, sorry. How's my maths?
I'm going to say better than mine, so I didn't comment.
So that's Laura Miller. Kicks it out for Salisbury, and we've got a free kick. I think that was a down the field free kick. And there's the siren to end the first half. Highly entertaining first half of footy here from Salisbury Oval. Uni lead currently 27-21. We've seen highlights aplenty. And it is, can I just say again, it is freezing out here. I need to go and sit by a fire in half time. And we're about 1 minute away from play starting again in this second half. Grand final rematch, Salisbury v Adelaide Uni. National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's Round 6 action. Brought to you by Spacequake. And myself and Emma McPherson are very cold. That's the update from half time. We are freezing. But
9.3 degrees, feels like 6 degrees according to Bomb weather app.
It's not, well, I mean, weather-wise, it's probably as good as you're going to get for footy, but gee whiz, it's cold. It's one of those nights where you're kind of forced to run around because otherwise you're just going to freeze yourself to death. But that was a very good first half of footy. Salisbury 3-3, Uni are 4-2, I think, on the scoreboard. I can't quite see over there from the scoreboard.
Scoreboard attendant standing in front of the numbers, so stay tuned.
4-3 to 3-3. There we go. 27 to 21. Uni are winning. Second and third place on the ladder, these two teams, and they're playing like it. So it was a very good first half of football. We saw a very nice finish from Stephanie Walker on the boundary line. Some good play from the Sonomans for Salisbury.
Quality goal celebration.
Rosie
and Maddie.
A great goal celebration. If you haven't seen the goal celebration, rewind about 25 minutes and rewatch that. It was something to behold. Anyway, Sonoman and McKay in the middle again. McKay has a kick but can't get her boot to it.
Kaylee Pearson kicks it forward.
And we're going to get another ball up here as Tilly Van Riel sits over it for Uni. Xander trying to extract it but can't quite. So Sonoman and McKay again, they've had a great battle today. Really enjoyed watching that ruck duel.
A really even battle as well.
Yep. Which is McKay has won most of the matchups I've seen so far. So Sonoman's done a very good job. I think what she's doing, she's not trying to jump into McKay, which is what a lot of people try and do. She's trying to outbody her, which is good. Steph Walker takes it away from the stoppage, kicks it to about 65 metres out from Uni. Macalino puts her head over it. Handball back to Bartrip. Bartrip on the right foot. Long kick. How's it going to bounce? Just to the left. As I was saying pre-game, this is a very bouncy oval. The ball seems to go every which way on this oval. It's a carpet of a deck. The ball can be very hard to pick up on the ground.
That's Laura Miller with the kick out, coming back from soccer again. Has flitted between the two, but a quality athlete.
Must be. She kicks it towards...
With an unfortunate kick to the opposition.
Commentator's curse. Straight down the throat of Blandon with the pink hair. And I love the flair that Amy Blandon plays with, and I like her change in hairstyle to the pink. It suits her. She goes forward, looking towards nobody in particular. Joe Hill tracks it for Uni. Big tackle, and that should be holding the ball, and is. Just a little bit too slow. I think that was Eichner there. A little bit too slow getting rid of it. This is not the pocket for Joe Hill on her left, and she hasn't been overly confident in her set shot kicking today. I do think she has the distance from here, but the accuracy might test her. So she's about 30 metres out on a very tight angle. Lead's coming, and she doesn't have the distance. Puts it towards the top of the square. Contest in the goal square. That was Tiller had hands to it, almost took it. Players rubbing their hands together. It is very cold out there. Can't reiterate that enough. It is cold. Scrambled kick out by Salisbury. They've got the numbers. Good, well taken by, that was Brooklyn Craft. Oh, just wrong-footed. I think that was Paxton Matten there. She keeps it in front of herself though. Can't pick it up. It's those cold hands, I'm telling you. It's too hard to pick the ball up out there. It's cold as. Sumbris. Oh, there you go. She's just made a mockery of that. Picks it cleanly up. On the right foot. Dads lays a tackle. Comes to Xander. Xander gets boot to ball in the tackle. But a relieving mark there.
Laura Miller.
Laura Miller. She comes out wide. Dads sticks the one hand up. Collie trying to turn the corner. Can't. Dads gets it back. Nice kick forward. Towards Von Berto. Von Berto spills it. Sonoman's there for Salisbury. Von Berto knocks it forward. Great tackle there from, that was Macalino. Tiller gets it out on the left. Joe Hill's coming up at it. What can she do? Ball to the back. She puts a shepherd on. Steph Walker picks it up cleanly. Shrugs one, shrugs another, and kicks a goal. Steph Walker. From the other pocket, yeah. She loves that right-hand pocket. She's kicked a goal from both ends at that right pocket. 2 for her tonight. And in any level of football and in any grade of football, any type of football, a goal-kicking midfielder is worth their weight in gold, and that is certainly what Steph Walker is. That would be goal number 9 for the season for her. Just consistently is able to push forward. Look at that cleanliness. Shrugs one, takes her time, dobs it through. Big goal for Uni. That puts them out to 2 goals. It's the start they needed. Salisbury haven't been able to get it past their halfway line in the first 4 minutes of this quarter. Bit of a delay in bringing the ball back up, but eventually we get there. So you can see how Sonoman's just setting up there, not even trying to run and jump into McKay, she's just going to body her out. And I really like that tactic, it's smart football. There you go, just bodies her out, halves the tap. Xander comes through, keeps it in front of herself, those little legs pumping. Turns on the right foot towards centre half forward for Uni, but no one's home. Mark Spilt out there, that was Eichmann I think again. No, sorry, that was Sonoman, Demi Sonoman that time.
O'Brien with the pick
O'Brien
up.
with the pick up, and Von Berto goes a little high on the tackle. Good intent, just a little bit careless. So O'Brien looks wide, out to that far wing. Big fly, almost taken, good attempt. Pengelly picks it up, can't quite hold on to it. Sumbras using those soccer skills, former Adelaide United female player. Here we go, numbers for Salisbury. They've tapped it out wide and they're on here. There's Rosenzweig.
Rosie.
Rosie. We'll call her Rosie from now on. Rosie. But she didn't quite get it forward, and Tilly Van Riel clears for University. Xander, great pick up out to Carver. Back to Xander. That's brilliant. Xander's off. Could have run a lot further. Probably should have. Puts it in front of Bartrip. Bartrip tries to run onto it. Players falling everywhere. Blandon goes off the deck. Picked up by Macalino, I think that is. Blandon with the handball out. And great tackle. Joe Hill, what a tackle. Excellent tackle from Joe Hill. She goes up against Sonoman in the ruck this time. Sonoman outbodies her comfortably. Loving the way Jamie Lee Sonoman goes about it. Oh, and Joe Hill and Sonoman getting into it. Kicked off the ground by someone for Uni. Spills to the back. Baltrip goes off the ground as well. Oh! She tried to get the angle, couldn't quite. This game suddenly got a little bit fiery. Joe Hill and Jamie Lee Sonoman.
2 of the nicest people you'll ever meet on the street.
That's a little shove, nothing too much in it. Demi Sonoman clears, and that's a strong mark. That was O'Brien out there, Shaylee O'Brien. Very nice mark. Car headlights just providing a little bit of extra light out there, handy. Bit of a scramble. Pengelly emerges. She gives to McKay. McKay tries to kick it as far as possible. See Steph Walker's just running off the ground there. Just the normal rotation you'd hope. Yep, she looks fine. Big tackle from Joe Hill that was. Love that tackle. Pretty unlucky not to get hold of the ball there, I reckon. And I'm not sure what's happened here, but it looks like Salisbury have got a 25-metre penalty for something. Blandon doesn't look too happy with the umpire. Numbers wide for Salisbury for Jamie Lee. Goes to a big pack of players. Comes off hands. Rosie snaps on the right. Open spaces inside Salisbury's forward 50. Got 2 players there.
It's that pace I was talking about with Paige Allen.
Yeah, Paige Allen, she eventually picks it up on the right foot. Gets boot to ball, but straight down the throat of Taylor, who read that to perfection. She often does that, Georgia Taylor, just sits back in the hole, and her foot skills are elite. She comes out, I reckon that's, that looks like Taylor Hand out there. Oh, called for running too far. Not sure about that one. Wouldn't mind recounting those steps. Showing a bit of my uni bias there, I think. It's clearly too far.
As I said, it's a big oval, so it takes a lot of ground to cover to get running too far.
Yeah.
So.
Don't often see umpires call it, but I do like when they call that. It's one of the fundamental rules of the game. So Rosie goes deep into the pocket. McKay sits underneath it, can't complete the mark. And she's gone, slipped a little bit high. That was just careless from McKay. She can do that from time to time, as we said in the first half. And the free kick goes to Aisha Thomas. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Almost. Aisha Thomas,
Aisha
correct?
Thomas. Add a little syllable in there. I shouldn't have. Aisha Thomas. 25 metres out on a slight angle. Shouldn't be an issue. Long run up. And she's put it through, I think. Well done, Aisha Thomas.
Oh, yay!
She's very happy about that. I reckon that might be her first goal, is
Well
it?
done, Aisha.
The way they're getting around her.
Well, she's just a quality person,
Yep,
so
it's
just want
true.
to get around it.
She gave herself a lot of room on the mark, which I don't mind. You got the distance in, you may as well go back as far as you can. Nice hug there from Rosie. So that brings Salisbury right back into the game. They couldn't afford to concede another goal in a row there, Salisbury, but they've dragged themselves back to 7 points down, 11 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Still anyone's game. Been a very good quarter of footy as well. So Uni, you can see Uni's rotations have gone through there in the midfield. We've got we've got Tiller in there, we've got Macalino in there. And I can't quite see who's sitting at the back for Uni. And this is their kind of second unit. McKay, nice tap forward to Macalino. Tries to keep it in front of herself, but can't. Bobbling around. I think that's Pengelly that has it. It is. And we'll get a secondary ball up, almost in the same spot as where the first ball up was. McKay and Sonneman go at it again. Sonneman plays for the free kick and does it very smartly. That is pure experience there from Jamie Lee Sonneman. She's a little bit sore. Hope she's all right.
She's tough. She'll be fine.
She kicks the centre half forward. McKay back with the flight. Can't get there in time. Bobbling around on the ground again. Carver puts her body in.
Great pick up by Cav.
Cavallero, Claudia Cavallero. Couldn't hold on to it though, and it comes out to Macalino. Macalino puts her foot through it. Nice kick. And good mark by Nadia von Berto out on the far wing. She turns and goes immediately. Looking for that was a Fittridge out there. Couldn't quite get there. And
Great spoil by Kimmy Fry.
Very good spoil. And someone was tripped. Macalino, good work rate. She started this play. Now she's got it about 75 metres out for Uni. Not even. Centre wing. She kicks it to about 60 metres out. Good contest. Sonneman again, everywhere this quarter. It's going to come back. Carver sits underneath it, gives to McKay. McKay, with a little bit of reckless abandon, kicks it out to the far wing, and a strong mark taken by Paige Allen, who's had a good quarter. Seems to have fixed up her issues with picking up the ball. Well kept in front by Salisbury. Put on the boot, and that's going to be out in the full, I think. Nope.
Oh, that's lucky.
That's a very lucky bounce. Stays in. Taylor.
That's well played by Kaylee Pearson.
Yeah, perfectly placed. Uni have the numbers. Tiller gives to the voice. Well done. And again, Tiller gives to Falkenberg. Falkenberg kicks forward. Great spoil. Salisbury have the numbers, but they can't pick it up again. And that's a nice kick forward by Taylor Hand.
Kimmy Fry reads the play really well.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's that half back line.
She led Fittridge to the ball nicely. And Cassie Sumbra sits underneath it for Uni. She's looking to the far wing again, and I've got numbers. Georgia Taylor with the ball, wearing the nice pale blue ribbon tonight. Ball over the back. Macalino's tracking it. Puts her head over it. Might be in a little bit of trouble. She did dive on this. Nah, we'll get another ball up. We're about 55 metres out from Uni's goal. Just seeing there the free kick to Jamie Lee Sonneman. She played that up very nicely. Got good body position, and there was nothing really McKay could do. Sumbras, a little too long. Took a little too long with the ball, and she's better be careful here. That's going to be 25. She was not happy whatsoever, Cassie Sumbras. You can see that written all over her face.
It was unlucky not to be called higher, but come on, Cassie, you're better than that.
Yeah, I think she was more frustrated at herself than the umpire. Just took a little too long with it. So, inside forward 50 for Salisbury. Strong mark. No, just dropped in the end.
It's Georgia Mee.
Georgia Mee on the right foot. Towards goal. Across the face.
Kaylee Pearson with the pick-up.
Collie tracking her back. Put on the foot. Rosie in the goal square. Can't quite hang on to it. I think this is Macalino with the ball. She comes out looking for, that's a strong mark. Matilda Zander. Love the way Matilda Zander plays. Might be my favourite player. Bit of a scrum on centre wing, and I think we're going to get another ball up here. Taylor Hand making sure of it, and that was Renee Richardson at the bottom of the pack for Salisbury. Yeah, have a look at this, Cassie Sumbras. She was never going to give that ball back nicely. Accepted the 25 and moved on. Sonneman tries the same trick again, didn't work that time. McKay's wise to it. Bobbling around, Walker Nah, runs past it. That's Falkenberg for Uni.
Pick up by Eichner.
Eichner scrambles it forward. Great pick up and handball. Oh, just dropped. And a good smother. Sumbris is going in very hard at the moment. She's fired up. Love that. And that is Fittridge at the bottom of the pack by the looks. Good sportsmanship from Sumbris there. She just helps Cavallero up. Let's have a look if Sonneman tries the same trick again here. Oh, could have got good body position. Just have a look how she gets herself set really early here, Sonneman. She's always in the right, just always in front of McKay. Forcing McKay, oh, taps to herself. Snap forward. Taylor leads it back, under a bit of pressure, fumbles a little bit, has time to recover. Turns wide. Kicking towards Falkenberg, great dodge inside, Annie Falkenberg, just gets her hand to it. Comes to Fittridge, Fittridge on the boot. Down the line, there's Bartrip, nice pick up with the one hand, turns her opponent, gets the handball off. Nice from Xander, back inside of Falkenberg, back to Xander. Xander is quick as, look at her go. And the ball sits up for, oh, it doesn't. Oh, she does get it back in the end. On the outside of the foot, 3-on-2 for Salisbury. No, 3-on-2 for Uni. Handball out to Joe Hill. Joe Hill turns inside on her left foot, scrambles it forward, and it hits the post. Had a bit more time than she thought there, I think, Joe Hill. 3-on-2 for Uni, and they should have finished that off, really. Margin out to 8 points. Could be worse for Salisbury. Just taking their time with the kick it. I think if they can go into three-quarter time, 8 points down, this is a result for Salisbury. So they're taking their time here. 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. Towards the boundary, over the back, well read by hand. Gets the handball out eventually towards McKay. McKay whacks it forward. There's Greer. Greer comes onto it on the right foot. Looking, not sure where she was looking with that one, and we'll get another point. Salisbury holding back the tide here. Really taking her time there, Laura Miller. She's in no hurry whatsoever to get this ball back into play. Fair enough too. Oh, just going to go out to the far wing. Interesting ball drop. Does work for her though. Nice pick up out there. I think that was Cavallero, was it? Snap forward by Salisbury. No one in particular, and read well by Cassie Sumbris, who seems to have calmed down a little bit. She goes inside 50 for Uni. Nice pick up by Pengelly. Got a sort of a handball out, not really. And that was in the back. Greer, who was brilliant last week, been a bit quieter this week, Zoe Greer.
Free kick to Renee Richardson, playing her first season out at Salisbury after having her first season out at Central District in the Sanford W.
I love the long sleeve look. Surprised more players aren't wearing it tonight. She goes on the left. Comes to the back again. I think that's Sumbris with the ball for Uni. Taken without it. Should have got a free kick and didn't. That won't help her frustration. Xander goes in. Oh! Gee whiz.
Miller with her soccer experience.
She hit that perfectly. It was like a cross coming in, Timmy Cahill style. That goal he kicked against the Netherlands. Snap forward. Okay, just always sits one kick behind the ball in these situations. D'Alessandro panicked a little bit when she had a bit more time, and that could prove costly.
Here we go. She's got some space.
She has some space. Page. Nicely chased down, and it's now a foot race. Got Matner coming in one direction. Oh, big bump from Rosie. Used her body excellently on young Paxton Matner, who bounces straight back up and into the play. Salisbury do have numbers here. Hand for Uni tracking it. What a hit from Rosie. Oh, it's still in play.
Brooklyn Craft.
Comes out to Craft. Smart handball, snap forward. 2-on-1 for Salisbury in the pocket. If they can find it, they can. Comes out towards, I think that's Pearson. Pearson
Paige Allen gets it back
towards Paige Allen. Smothered off the boot. It's going to go through. What a passage of play. Can't wait to have a look at that bump again on the replay. Taylor wastes no time. Uni know they've got the play here, and they can. They should be making the most of it. Taylor takes a second bounce. Got all the skills in the world, George Taylor, and that's a lovely kick up the line. I think that is Xander out. No. Yes, it is Xander.
Really wish they would play on this wing.
They've had no play whatsoever out here. What's happening? Falkenberg just hacks it forward. Cries a ball from the crowd, and they're rewarded. Plays on, does Kelly Bartrip. A minute and a half left to go in this quarter. Chance for Uni to score. That's Greer. Greer puts it on the boot. Smothered really well, though. Joe Hill tracking it back. Good contest. Hill dives on it. Stands up. Gets the handball out. No one there, unfortunately, and Laura Miller will clear for Salisbury down the throat of Sonneman, who takes the relieving mark. And I think that may just about do us for scoring this quarter unless Salisbury can rebound quickly, or unless they turn it over, which they have to Sumbris. Falkenberg can't, so that was Blandon, can't control it. Carver's got a chance now. She can't control it either. It is really cold out there. Say it a million times. Pengelly puts it on the boot. Down towards Greer. Greer does well. And
Smart by Sonneman.
Smart by Sonneman. Demi Sonneman, very smart. You'd have to do a lot to have deliberate paid against you in this league. They don't tend to pay it very often, and that was very smart by her. Surprised she didn't rush the behind, but instead we got to throw in Uni's right forward pocket with about 28 seconds remaining in the quarter. Can they score here? This would be a really big goal going into three-quarter time. Salisbury need to lock it down. Bartrip takes it out the ruck, and I think we're going to get this. No, she's going to get a free kick for holding on. That's a really big mistake. I couldn't see who that was in the ruck for Salisbury, but you can't be doing that with 6 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, even less. Siren's gone early, and Kelly Bartrip, after the siren, this is huge. She kicks this, Uni go into the three-quarter time break with a 14-point lead, and they'll be hard to catch from there, I would have thought. Bartrip's about, I reckon she's about 35, no, not even, she's about 25 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. I'd back her in from here if I was a betting man. Comes in, and she's pulled it to the left. Disappointing result for Kelly Bartrip.
Sorry, you didn't put any money on it, so you're...
Yeah, luckily I'm not a betting man. And that's three-quarter time here at Salisbury Oval. Uni in front of Salisbury by 9 points in the 2018 Grand Final rematch. And we'll be back. And welcome back to the final quarter here at Salisbury Oval. We've got round 6 of the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 women's game between Salisbury and Adelaide Uni, brought to you by Spacequake. And we've got a cracking finish to this game upcoming. Uni are up by 9 points, but we've seen both sides score freely throughout this game. And there's the siren to start the last quarter. What are we going to see happen here? Oh, Sonneman didn't want any part of that. I like that a lot from her. She has shown all the tricks tonight. Comes to Xander, Walker off the deck. Bartrip can't, Walker back to herself.
It was well done by Agner to keep it in front.
Yep.
Shannon Murphy.
About a 5-metre kick there to Murphy. She'll take it though. Comes out to the near wing. Finally, we've got some action out here. And that looks like
Michaela Wright's knocked it over the line.
Michaela Wright can't quite hang on to it. McKay and Sonneman again. Sonneman too strong. Loved her game tonight. Von Berto can't, and she's hanging on and eventually gives away a free kick. That's going to Shannon Murphy. Sorry, Madison Lane with the ball. And Von Berto stepped over the mark, so that's going to be 25. You can shrug your shoulders, Nadia, but you're over the mark. And now it's the only thing umpires look for. Should be lucky. So it comes back to Madison Lane. She's about 65 metres out from Salisbury's goal. Shanks the kick inside 50.
Nah, kicks it into space.
Kicks it to space, exactly. Rosie comes out.
Pick up on.
Great pick up. Nice handball too.
Kaylee Pearson.
Into the path of Pearson. Pearson on the boot. Danger for Uni here. But Sumbris, composure. And she kicks down the line looking for Walker. Walker, uncharacteristic fumble.
Great pick up by Latia. Back to Maddie.
Maddie Lane gives it across. Inside 50, where's Rosie? Oh, off.
Georgia. Oh, nearly.
Just missed by Georgia Mee. Nicely roved for the, it's good agility for quite a tall girl.
Yeah, especially, as I said, for the first season of football, she's learning every week more and more, getting a better understanding of the game. So it's really exciting to watch her play each week and see how she's developing.
Margin back to 8 points. They've been giving Taylor a lot of space off the kick-outs. See what they do here. I think they've tightened up a little bit. Taylor's going to come out towards the near side. That's where the numbers are. She goes down the line, looking for Von Berto. Von Berto uses her body well, comes back towards Walker. Oh, well roved there.
Shannon Murphy with the one hand.
Shannon, not such a good handball though, and she's put, Dad's not happy with the free kick, going to have to give it up. Almost another 25. Maddie Lane goes to centre half forward. McKay underneath it, strong mark from McKay. I've loved the battle between her and Jamie Lee Sonneman tonight. It's been a feature of this game. She looks to the far wing. Not a good kick. I'm not sure what she was kicking to there.
Paige Allen with the kick.
Allen goes to centre half forward again. McKay v Sonneman again. Called their name together quite a few times tonight.
Maddie Lane pushes it back inside 50.
Carver chasing it for Uni. Oh, well done. Paxton Matner uses her body well. Sumbris dodges out of 1, dodges 2. Handball towards Xander. Xander, not a good handball to Carver. Comes back to Xander. Just puts the fist through it. Comes out towards Rebecca Owen. She goes down the line. Bartrip uses her body well. Has a bit of time and space now. Not as much as she thinks, but she gets it on the foot. Oh, if that had gone over the back, Blandon was on. Good contest from Macalino. Well done by Salisbury to hold that up, because that was goal town for Amy Blandon. Sonneman again, who's everywhere. Controls it. Tries to give it back inboard. That looks like it is O'Brien. Girls are
by Aisha Thomas.
Girls are a bit tired out there by the looks. Not a lot of run. Xander gives the handball towards McKay. McKay keeps it in front of herself well, but then goes to ground.
Hands up to Murphy. Kicks it in.
Numbers for Uni. Can they get this out? Taylor, good handball. Colley, Matner, back to Colley. Colley on the boot. Kick to the top of the square for Salisbury. Rosie flies at it. Can't bring it down. Still there. Fighting for it. Ends up with Matner, the young 17-year-old. She whacks it out towards Carver. Bit of a scrappy start to this quarter. Ooh, nice hit there from, that was Fittridge, I reckon. Tiller with the left foot down the line. Here comes Blandon, great pickup and turn inside. Not sure where she was going with the handball. Does come Uni's way. Xander bustling through, good handball, back to Blandon. Blandon on the inside again. Nice from Owens, out to Von Berto. Von Berto crunched in a tackle. Sonneman, all the play happening on that far wing, as it often seems to do for some reason. Oh, Cassie Sumbris, too good. She looks long towards Dads. Dads has space if she can get the ball. Whacks it to herself, well done. She's still in the hunt here.
Let's see her win, the smallest one out there.
Oh, big body from Steph Walker. Knocks Quinn off it. Dads goes back, bit of a don't argue. Oh, I don't know where she was kicking that. Straight down the throat of Jamie Lee Sonneman, who's just very smartly going to slow this up a little bit. This has been a frantic couple of minutes. So Sonneman looks deep. Nice kick. Very nice kick. And Rosie's going to have a shot on goal. The preemptive hand slaps. I like that. Brian Taylor style. So Caitlin Rosenweig.
She's a great kick. I'm confident, but don't want to put the commentator's curse on.
No.
So, but I feel like I have spoken too early.
30 metres out straight in front. Gets underneath it. That's not going to make the distance. Or it is, but it's going to be well offline. Not a good result in the end for Caitlin Rosenweig.
Rosie, if you watch this back, I take the blame for that one.
I think it was the pre-kick hand slaps, if anything. Always a bad sign. So Taylor again for Uni. Uni kind of just holding on here. 7 points up, 13 minutes to go in this game, but all the play this quarter has been in Salisbury's forward half. Taylor plays on out of full back. What can she do? Puts it up towards the boundary. Carver goes towards it for Uni. Good spoil. Quinn is there as well. She's had a good couple of minutes. Goes high. Lucky not to give a free kick away to Greer.
Pearson to win. Kicks it in to Rosie, but not quite.
Oh,
Amber James with the pickup.
Amber James goes towards goal. I think we're going to get a stoppage or an out of bounds here. A lot of numbers around this footy. Sumbris just knocks it around. Comes to Taylor. And eventually it does indeed go out of play. Salisbury can get a goal here. They're right back in this game. And they've got all the play at the moment, all the momentum. Union just need to settle things down a bit. Been a bit reckless with their disposal. Handballs to no one, kicks to no one. So, ball in, Salisbury forward pocket. McKay wins the tap. She goes towards Macalino. And we're going to get another ball up, I think. Are we? Or are we going to get a free kick?
Amber, nice try, nice try.
Yeah, always worth a shot, that one. Ball up again, 25 metres out for Salisbury. McKay in the ruck. Taps out to Walker, tries to fend off. Does indeed in the end. How far she gone? Takes a bounce and ran too far.
Great pressure by Caitlin Byrne.
Another very tough call, I think. So the ball's about 55 metres out from Salisbury's goal. Quinn, again, had a big couple of minutes. Goes forward. And that's a nice mark taken there by Brooklyn Craft. The young 17-year-old? 17 years old, Brooklyn Craft. As we've said a lot of times tonight, she physically could be anything as a footballer.
And she will be.
Yep. She's about, I'd have to say, about 6'3".
I'm unsure of exact height. I think it's
big.
180 possibly, I think. But
here she comes, 25 out, big kick, and lets herself down with the kicking. Just out to the left. Salisbury peppering. They move to 4-7-31. Uni 5-7-37. Just the goal in it. Taylor again, taking her time, very smart, no time on in the girls' games. Ball goes over the back, you just let it run. Oldest trick in the book, that one. Taylor calling for someone to come towards her, goes up the guts, risky kick, and it's going to work. That's Tiller with the ball. She's a left footer. She's looking towards the middle, and unfortunately for Fittridge, Steph Walker's going to try and run onto this one, but again, not going to be successful. So the free kick's going to go to, that looks like Shannon Murphy in the middle there. Goal either way is huge at this point in the game. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's a right half forward for Salisbury.
Allen with the pick-up.
Nice pick up from Paige Allen. She's really improved since that first quarter. Had a couple of interesting moments, which she's recovered. And we'll get a ball up. I reckon that's about 45 metres out. Right forward flank for Salisbury. McKay and Sonneman at it again. Tiller goes up, can't quite bring it down. Interesting little kick there from Macalino. Not sure it was a kick. Walker picks it up, fends off, loses the ball.
Maddie Lane.
Comes to Maddie Lane. She gets it on the boot. That's rolling. That's rolling. And it's just missed or was touched through by Georgia Taylor. Would have been a great goal from Maddie Lane. Whew, I'm cold. Really cold. Taylor comes out to the near side. She's got a big kick on her, but she just pulls the kick a little bit towards, looking for Carver. Off hands towards Von Berto. Von Berto off the deck. No one really wants the footy. Comes to Falkenberg. She gives back to Tilly Van Riel. Van Riel up the line towards Zander. Great play by Matilda Zander. She's got a paddock in front of her. She's got an absolute paddock. Takes one, takes two, takes three.
Look at the pace on her.
Gives it over the top. Looking for Amy Blandon. She kicks it forward as well. Towards Joe Hill. Zander keeps running. Big tackle from Matilda Zander. Should be holding the ball. Isn't. Play on. Uni's forward pocket. Gives back to Joe Hill. Joe Hill with the snap on the left. Doesn't connect well. Disappointing end to a great play from Uni. How quick is Matilda Zander?
That was amazing.
She's a little road runner. Legs just pumping. Pretty happy with herself.
Cool and casual.
Love that. Just telling number 8, did you see that? Did you see me running? Where were you? Good chat. So down Uni's end. Still 6 points in the game. Nice kick in.
Miller with the kick out to Lane.
Lane's had a really good quarter. She goes up the line. Off hands, spills to the back. Well played, Steph Walker. Keeps it in front of herself again. If Matilda Zander's my favourite player, Steph Walker's my very close second. Unlucky not to get a free kick there. She lets the umpire know about it. Left half forward for Uni. McKay goes at it, jumps in, comes to Macalino. Macalino looking for her favoured right side and couldn't get there. And she's pinged for holding the ball.
It's Kaylee Pearson with the free.
Up the line again from Pearson. 7 minutes left to go in this quarter. Off hands, should have taken that. Someone's dived on it for Uni. Not going to get pinged. Ball up, centre wing, far side. 7.5 minutes to go. That was D'Alessandra at the bottom of that pack. Looked a little bit sore. I think she'll be okay. Goes towards Tiller. Tiller's a left footer. What can she do? Handball towards Von Berto. Von Berto's being held without it and gets a free kick. Just needs to slow this up, Von Berto, and find a target. Second best option is down the line, which is where she goes. Numbers for Salisbury. They've got, but Bartrip spins out of trouble. Gives a handball. Could have been a throw. Gives it to Fittridge. Zander running back with the flight. Good pick up from Blandon. And couldn't get rid of it in time, holding the ball. Yeah, she says, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you pick it up and drop it, it's always going to be holding the ball. Zander is looking very dangerous up forward for Uni.
Shannon Murphy with the kick.
Looking out to the near wing. Spills over the back to Quinn, who's had a great quarter. Steps inside Falkenberg. Numbers for Uni out in this contest. Comes to the back with Taylor. Taylor read that well, as she always does.
Aisha
Just gets
with a potential 3-on-1.
Well, great win from Aisha. Well done. Sumbris up high. Nice fist down. Oh, huge bump from Cassie Sumbris. Oh. Big bump from Sumbris, and I think the result probably tells you whether it was high or not. Got a Salisbury player down and hurt.
Amber James. She's
Have a look at this.
Tough little player too, so it takes
Bang.
a bit to her down.
Bang. Reckon you'd get a week in the AFL for that. Good contest from Sumbris. Yeah, definitely a free kick. Big bump.
So it takes a fair bit to get Amber down. She's a quality footballer. She's come back after having a couple of years off, so she played in the under-18s out here at Salisbury. She's, as I said, a quality footballer, but also a quality netballer. So
Gee, that's a big bump from Sumbris.
her return to football has seen her take one of the harder hits. but
Good to
she's
see her getting up.
walking off like a champ.
Good on you. Very nice, Amber James. Tough player. That was a big hit from Sumbris. Initially, I thought she just got her to the shoulder, but I think the replay shows pretty clearly she's got the shoulder to the chin.
No malice in it, just unlucky.
No,
The
no
free
malice.
kick to Maddie Lane.
She has been pretty fired up tonight, Cassie Sumbris. No malice, but she was going very hard at it. So Maddie Lane with the kick.
Switches over to Kimmy
She-
Fry.
Oh, that was risky and it works out. Kimmy Fry with the kick, number 39 for Salisbury. She sinks the foot through it to half forward. Comes to the aforementioned Sumbris. Gets a handball out, looking for Bartram, who's pushing deep in defence. Bit of a scrambled kick forward from Uni. As the train goes past. Out in the far wing, scrambled. Nicely done by Ebony Tiller. Great pick up, Tiller. And gets it back, gives another handball. Excellent play, Ebony Tiller. That's outstanding. Snap forward. Anything can happen here. Oh, Blandon's given away another free kick.
No, I think Murphy's been called for holding.
Oh, it's going to Blandon. There you go. Sorry, Amy Blandon. Underestimated you. Interesting handball. Comes to, I think that was Owens out there who has a flying shot on goal, and it bounces through. This bouncy
Eileen.
deck. That might just be the sealer. Rebecca Owens out there. First game of the year. And a lovely little sausage roll. Wasn't the greatest of handballs from Amy Blandon. Owens made it look good. Thought for all money that was bouncing through the left-hand point post, but it just took a little bit of an off spin. And
There you go. Goal courtesy of Salisbury Council and their grounds team.
we'll chat them up pre-game. Good on you, Salisbury Council.
Thanks for the change rooms.
So Salisbury need to respond, and they need to respond, you would think, just about immediately with 3 minutes to play. Uni up by 10 points. Would be a huge win for Uni away from home against the third place Salisbury team. McKay's giving herself a run up here. I like that. Oh no, Sonneman's lined up on the wrong side of the square. And that's a free kick to
Wow.
McKay. You don't see that every
No,
day.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You know what? I think Baltrop, we saw Kelly Baltrop having a chat to the umpires at three-quarter time, and I think it might have been about exactly that. So the free kick to McKay, and she puts it forward. Sumbris gives it back, looking for McKay again. Nice kick forward from Taylor McKay. Spilt out there. I think that was Walker. Walker turns inside, looking for Dads. Dads has got to go. She does. She's quick. She can't quite pick it up, though. Comes to Xander, who can pick it up. She's done everything tonight. Matilda Xander, 35 metres out. Can she ice the game? Bouncing, bouncing. Goal from Matilda Xander. That's been coming all quarter. And aren't the Uni girls happy? Look at that. Xander falls over in the celebrations. Well deserved. Just cleaner than anyone out there at the moment, Matilda Xander. The kick went left to right. She pulled up a little lane from it. Oh, outstanding. Good on you, Matilda Xander. Just clean, wasn't it?
Very clean. And would be hard to do with the dewy
I
night.
think she cramped, actually. I think she cramped as she kicked that ball. So that just about does it, I think, in terms of the result. Uni are going to win this game. They're up by 16 points. There's only a minute and a half to go. Sonneman, again, testing the umpire. She's right on the line there. Puts her body into McKay. Eventually gets the clearance, but it spills out to Walker. Just dodges inside. Dodges one, dodges two. Puts it on the boot.
Kimmy Fry with the pick-up, kicks it forward.
Numbers for Uni. They need to work this out, but well played in the end by Claudia Cavallero. She's done that a couple of times tonight. Just one contest where she had no right to. Minute to go. Uni are going to win this grand final rematch. It's been a cracking game of football. Both sides have had a number of highlights. I've loved the game of Jamie Lee Sonneman in the ruck. She's been excellent. Comes out to Sumbris. Sumbris just hangs on to it. Be lucky not to give away holding the ball here. And she has given away holding the ball. Good decision, but also a good hold-up. Smart with only 30 seconds to go. Umpire pedantic, gives the ball back to Claudia Cavallero. Sonneman wanted it. She goes long. Great mark, Brooklyn Kraft. She's shown a lot in this last quarter. She's about 40 out, though. I don't think she has the leg in her. Can you confirm, Emma? And there's the siren.
Doesn't have an option now.
She's going to have to kick it.
I believe in you, Brooke.
So after the siren, Brooklyn Kraft to bring the margin back to 12 points. And it's fair to say
Pressure.
she didn't quite get onto that one. So just another look at this game-sealing goal from Matilda Zander. Pulls up, got the calf cramp as she kicked it. But that was the game-sealing goal for Adelaide Uni, and they moved to 4-1 for the season. They'll be clear second on the ladder after tonight. Excellent game of football all round, worthy of a grand final rematch. And these two teams you'll be seeing a lot more of during this season. I dare say this will be another matchup to be seen in the finals, whether it's the grand final or whether it's one of the lead-up finals. I dare say we'll be seeing these two teams up against each other again. We've got the rematch out at Uni Oval as well, which Salisbury will be looking forward to.
Yeah, always a big game, but especially when we have the home matches and played on the big oval, it's always a very different game. So you never know what you're going to get when you play at the opposition's oval. So I think it'll be a very interesting matchup next time around.
So that just about does it. That just about does us here at Salisbury Oval for the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's Round 6. Salisbury v Adelaide Uni. Adelaide Uni got up by 18 points, and they're very happy about it. So thanks for all of us. Thanks from myself, Eddie Dads, and my co-star here, Emma McPherson. And thanks also to Spacequake Sports for putting this on. And we'll see you next week.